Okay, I call to order the Lynchburg Planning Commission meeting for Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. Our first order of business is the approval of our minutes from January 14th. Has anybody had any additions or subtractions, anything of concern? Okay, is there a motion? All right. Okay. All in favor of approving the minutes, say aye. Aye. All opposed? All right. Our next order of business, next thing on the agenda is the election of officers, and we did put that off the last time. I think they're working on appointing another commissioner, and we're missing one right now. Yeah, to replace Demetrius.
We could vote if you all were comfortable, or you could wait if you want.
What exactly we voted on?
Just go.
I thought the last meeting we had voted to wait until we got it filled.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I
I wasn't sure when
Yeah.
I put the agenda together if it would be filled by now. So this is for election of the chair and vice chair
Yeah.
and secretary for the,
That's a good
which we,
I thought we just take the can now, right? So that's actually
Yeah.
okay.
until we're filled up. And that way we don't need to keep bringing it up. Right.
Right.
I mean, I'm comfortable with that. I don't know whether we need to, I thought
We
that's
need
what
to-
we had voted last time, but if we need to vote on that, we could.
I will make a motion that we postpone this until we have a full
Okay.
cabinet of appointees.
That's good.
I'll second it. Yep.
Okay. All in favor of that motion?
All right.
Aye.
All right. All opposed? Great. Okay, that passes. We will not hear that again. Maybe they'll have somebody pretty soon.
And thank you, chairs and vice chairs, for your running things.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We are now going to hear petitions open to public comment. I don't see anybody in large crowds, so we're just going to jump right into it. It is the petition of Virginia University of Lynchburg for a conditional use permit in an R3 medium density residential district to allow 4 modular classroom buildings, which were previously intended to be temporary, and they want them to remain permanently at 2057 Garfield Avenue.
Members of Planning Commission. The subject property consists of approximately 6 acres at 2057 Garfield Avenue. Our future land use map recommends institutional uses for the property. These include religious, educational, and other nonprofit entities like churches, cemeteries, private schools, and universities, or other nonprofit institutions. The subject property was annexed into the city in 1926, and the R3 medium density residential zoning was established in 1978. In this district, colleges and universities are permitted upon approval of a CUP from council. As the chair said, the purpose of the CUP petition is to allow the 4 modular classrooms on the Virginia University of Lynchburg campus. The classrooms have been in place on a temporary basis since August of 2024. Temporary modular classrooms are permitted by our zoning ordinance without approval of a CUP, but the petitioner has decided that they would like these classrooms to remain permanently, and so that's why they're going through this process. In summary, the modular classrooms have been in place since 2024, and according to the petitioner, did not increase student enrollment. Therefore, impact on the surrounding area should be limited. The neighborhood has a mix of residential uses at varying densities, in addition to institutional uses associated with the university. Approval of the CUP petition would support the continued development of the campus. The city's technical review committee reviewed this petition on January 6th. Comments were minor in nature and would be addressed through our site plan review process. The planning division recommends approval of the petition with the condition outlined in the report. Thank you.
And who's here to speak on behalf of the petition? Great. If you could give us your name, just get it down on that piece of
Russell
paper
Orson with Perkins and Orson. I have precious little to add to that, except I might point out about the stormwater that as part of the site plan process, and it's shown on note 2 on the cover sheet. We do know that we've got to bring the stormwater management up to standards, assuming that we were starting with a clean site. So other than that, I can't think of much, but I can answer questions, I hope.
Okay. And there's no one here to speak. Have we have any emails or anything? Okay, you could just stay here. If there's any questions, let's go ahead and address them now. That way, Ms. Perkins didn't have to sit down.
Just one question I had was related to the stormwater, the proposed stormwater design. Is that going to be enough for anything, any configuration of the site in the future, or
No, it would just be for this,
for the four?
just for what, yeah, and the sidewalks and
Okay.
whatnot.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Does,
If we knew of something coming,
Yeah.
it might be a good time to do that, but they have not indicated
Okay.
to me that they
Yeah,
know of anything
sure.
else.
yeah,
Yeah.
all right. All right.
I'm fully supportive of this. I'm just always curious when it comes to the institutional zoning and the flume, when that, when that all went down, Rachel, was some of the properties converted over to institutional at the time? Or I'm just curious why some of their property is institutional and some of it is residential.
So the future land use map indicates institutional, but the zoning is still residential, meaning I wouldn't say there's a mismatch between them, just that, as looking ahead into the future, we do expect the institution to remain and grow within its means. But BUL did kind of think about going to the institutional zoning that would allow more by right a few years ago. Ultimately, they ended up withdrawing that petition and just continuing on as they had with the conditional use permits as they grow. So that would be something that's possible in the future if they want to explore the institutional zoning. But there are a few more requirements with that. Like we need to see a full master plan about, showing what they intend to develop the campus into. And so since that wasn't available at the time, they ended up just going through the conditional use permit process for that petition, and will continue doing that until they reach a point where they are comfortable with the institutional zoning.
Great, thank you.
They seem to be a bit constrained on what they're able to do and perhaps what they're going to be able to do in the future. I don't, maybe they need to start looking further ahead, but I think they're somewhat constrained right now.
That's fine.
Any future development would come back here.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I really have no issues with this proposal.
I woke up this morning thinking I had a few questions about this. One, what was driving the change from temporary to a full, permanent status for these. So it seemed like to be something behind that. And so, well, let me go over there and take a look at these things. So I actually drove over there today, and of course, nobody on staff. But this campus is bigger than I thought it was. There's more there than I thought, but kind of consistent with what Rachel was saying. There's houses integrated kind of along the thing, and you can't tell some of them appear to be in use, and some appear to be lived in, and got little apartments and things there. But these particular buildings, I just want to make sure that we weren't codifying, I hate to put it, but buildings that were run down, urban blight, depending on what it was driven by, because otherwise it doesn't matter. It's their property, do what they want. But these are actually about 5 years old, and they present well. They're in good shape. They look bad and go inside, but the outside looks like they're in good shape. They appear to be maintained. I mean, so it looks like they're taking care of them. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they do what they want. So it's, yeah, I'll support it. Good for them.
That's good insight. Thanks.
Well, any other comments or a motion?
I make a motion to approve the site plan, or the modification to the site plan.
Okay.
As presented.
I'll second it.
All right. All right, we'll go ahead and vote. All in favor of approving this, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Great. Passes unanimously. Thank you for coming, and good luck at City Council.
Thank you guys for coming. Thanks for everybody making it out. See you.
Yes.
And it looks like we do have a meeting in February coming up,
Yes, I believe no.
February 11th.
Yeah, let me check.
Like,
See if we have an item. We do have a regularly scheduled meeting, but we'll see if we've got a,
something I'd
Petition.
like to, we've had a lot of different things that we've talked about. And when we don't have a meeting, I wonder if there aren't other constructive things. And I don't know if there's anybody who might want to throw something out, but there might be some other constructive ways we could use the time instead of just canceling a meeting.
yeah, we've got our like draft ordinance for data centers in shape to have the planning commission review it at that time. We could possibly look at that date for that.
Yeah.
And other, I mean, there's also the downtown retail zoning update that we're looking at. So we could use that time for other things.
Yeah, I think if anybody has ideas that, they'd want to consider talking about in these meeting times, I think it would be good to forward them to Rachel and get them on the agenda.
I'm not exactly sure if this fits within the purview, maybe it does, but the conversation around affordable, accessible housing, and what levers we as planning commission have to pull that may help address the long-term concerns of the community. I think, in particular, we see Miriam's House doing some really good work for our community, but are there ways in which officially through the city, we have opportunities to support our affordable housing, accessible housing? I would not call it a crisis per se, but situation. I can add more color offline, but
Does the city have a definition for affordable housing?
I don't know that there's a city of Lynchburg specific definition or threshold. I think HUD does at the federal level, which is, I'm gonna get it wrong.
That's
Maybe-
okay.
Maybe
It's just-
30%
yeah,
of
you
your
don't have
income
to-
or something like that.
Come on, Rachel. Let's get some stats here.
Yeah, we can look at possibly bringing in some partners or something on that, just to talk about.
yeah,
what they
I
do.
believe there are other communities that kind of bake it into their planning process, and it doesn't seem to be a part of our, I don't know, consideration, if that's the right word. I would just be interested to learn more about what other communities might be doing.
Okay.
How far away is the data center summary from being presentable?
So I don't want to throw out a date, just like I don't want to
Okay.
throw out a number just now and then
Yeah,
tell you the wrong thing.
ballpark.
But it is on our radar. I think it's on a lot of localities' radar right now.
Are you pulling from other localities to put that? That's what I thought.
Right, yeah, we
Regional
started-
stuff. Okay.
did a nice comparison of what other people are doing. And like I said, it's a whole range of very stringent versus more lax.
It's a way of thinking, yeah.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
got a friend.
There's a
on the-
lot to it. a lot,
I got a
lot
friend
more
on the
than I
Campbell
expected.
County Board of Supervisors. He's strangely supporting things that I have questions about. I need to call him, but yeah, big issues.
All right. Well, it sounds like there's things that might be kind of rumbling around. We can send notes to Rachel, and otherwise, someone can make a motion, or anybody in that we adjourn.
Yeah, I'll motion we adjourn.
All right.
Second.
Hear any opposition? All in favor? Aye. Let's go.
Thank you.